Some objects have religious importance, but few have more than the significance the Ark of the Covenant has among many Christians. However, while it occupies an important and powerful place in religious history, its location has baffled many experts, historians, and archaeologists. But the latest finding by scientists in a humble cave is causing excitement, as it might just be the final clue that has been missing for thousands of years. What is the Ark of the Covenant? Why is it significant? And where have scientists found it? Stay tuned as we bring you all the details. The Ark of the Covenant is a really interesting and mysterious thing in the history of Judaism and Christianity. It's like this special box made of wood covered in gold, and inside there are these 2 stone tablets with the 10 Commandments. God gave these commandments to Moses on a mountain called Sinai. Besides that, the Ark also has a pot of manna, this special food that helped the Israelites when they were wandering in the wilderness. And there's Aaron's rod, which is like a staff that grew flowers to show that God chose Aaron to be the high priest. But the Ark is not just a fancy box for important stuff. It's also a symbol of God being with his people and being really powerful. In the Bible, it says that God spoke to Moses from between these 2-winged creatures on top of the Ark, called cherubim. They called the top part of the Ark the mercy seat. The Israelites would take the Ark with them into battle, and it would help them win. Like when they needed to cross the Jordan River, the priests carrying the Ark made the water stop so they could go through. And when they walked around the city of Jericho with the Ark, the walls of the city fell down and they took over. The Ark is also a reminder of this special agreement between God and his people. The 10 Commandments are not just rules, they show what God is like and what he wants from his people. It's about love, fairness, being good, and following what God says. The Ark reminded the Israelites that they were chosen by God to be really important to him. The Ark was so important and holy that only certain people could touch it or go near it. It was kept in a special tent called the tabernacle, and only the Levites, who were like special priests, could carry the Ark and do things with it. There were strict rules, like only the high priest could go into the most special part of the tabernacle where the Ark was, and he could only do it once a year. If anyone broke these rules, bad things happened. Like when a guy named Uzzah touched the Ark, he died. And when some other people took the Ark and put it in their temple, they got sick until they gave it back. So the Ark was a really big deal, and people had to be super careful with it. Long ago, the Ark of the Covenant was a big deal for the people of Israel, and even today, Christians think it's pretty important. They believe that Jesus is like the super fulfillment of God's promises to his people, way more awesome than Moses, Aaron, or even the Ark itself. So, what's the fuss about the Ark? Well, it was like this special box made of strong acacia wood, covered in gold, and it held some stone tablets with the 10 Commandments, rules God gave to Moses on a mountain. The guy named Bezalel, the top builder of the tabernacle, a holy tent, put the Ark together, following God's instructions. The Ark was just the right size, about 111 centimeters long, 67 centimeters wide, and 67 centimeters high. Gold was everywhere on it, inside and out, making it shine and represent how awesome and holy God is. There was this fancy gold rim at the top called the Zeh, and 4 gold rings at the corners for these special poles to slide through. No one was allowed to touch the Ark because it was super sacred. The Ark had this thick gold cover called the Kaparet. On top of it were 2 gold cherubs, these angelic creatures with wings. It was like God's throne on earth. God would talk to Moses from between the cherubs, giving instructions to the Israelites. They called the cover the mercy seat, because on a special day called the Day of Atonement, the high priest would sprinkle blood on it to say sorry for everyone's mistakes. Now, what was inside this fancy box? 3 things. Those 10 commandments that everyone should follow, a pot of manna, that special food God provided in the wilderness, and Aaron's rod, a stick that miraculously grew flowers, showing God chose Aaron as the top priest. These items were like reminders of all the cool things God did for the Israelites. The Ark of the Covenant, a sacred relic housing the tablets of the 10 Commandments, manna, and Aaron's rod, stands as a profound mystery in religious history. Symbolizing God's presence among the Israelites, it played a pivotal role in their worship, residing in the Holy of Holies in the Temple of Jerusalem. However, its disappearance after King Josiah's efforts to restore the temple in 2 Chronicles 35 raises questions that linger through the ages. Various theories attempt to unravel the ark's fate. One prevailing idea suggests its destruction during the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem in 586 BCE. Historical accounts describe the Babylonians looting and destroying the temple, but the absence of the ark in the recorded treasures raises doubts about its fate. The lack of evidence linking the Babylonians to the ark further complicates this theory. Another hypothesis proposes that King Josiah concealed the ark before the temple's destruction. Rooted in Jewish tradition and certain biblical passages, this theory suggests Josiah foresaw Jerusalem's doom and tasked priests with secreting the ark away. While passages in 2 Chronicles 35, 3 and Maccabees 2, 4, 8 hint at this possibility, concrete evidence supporting Josiah's actions remains elusive. A third theory weaves a tale of the ark's journey to Ethiopia with Menelik, the son of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. According to Ethiopian tradition, Menelik, after visiting Solomon in Jerusalem, clandestinely brought the ark to Ethiopia. Allegedly housed in a temple in Aksum, guarded by a line of priests, this theory lacks historical or archaeological substantiation. The existence of Menelik remains unproven, and the secrecy surrounding the temple prevents any verification of the ark's presence. There's a tale that during the Crusades, the Knights Templar spirited away the Ark of the Covenant to France, stashing it in places like Chartres Cathedral and Rennes-le-Château. Some believe this secretive society discovered the Ark's location in Jerusalem and safeguarded it across the sea. However, there's a hitch. No solid evidence exists linking the Knights Templar to the Ark, and historical records don't back up their alleged escapade. Now, about that Ark of the Covenant. Rumor has it might still be hanging out beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. The story goes that the priests of the temple hid it away before the Babylonians wreaked havoc in 586 BCE, and it's been chilling there ever since. The Messiah, as the tale goes, will one day reveal the Ark and plop it back into the reconstructed temple. This yarn draws inspiration from ancient Jewish texts like the Talmud, Midrash, and Zohar. According to these writings, King Josiah, foreseeing Jerusalem's doom, ordered priests to stash the ark and other holy items beneath the Temple Mount. They sealed it with a stone, adding a marker only the Messiah could decipher. The texts suggest some priests perished during this covert operation, leaving the ark's location known to none. Biblical verses also lend a hand in this theory. In 2 Chronicles 35, 3, Josiah instructs Levites to place the ark in the temple, hinting it wasn't there before. Oddly, the Babylonians' loot list excludes the ark, and passages in Jeremiah and Ezekiel imply the ark might have bid farewell to the temple before its destruction, possibly hidden or relocated as divine glory departed. Yet, despite the intrigue, concrete proof remains elusive, leaving the whereabouts of the Ark of the Covenant a captivating mystery. The idea that the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred relic believed to house the 10 Commandments, could be hidden beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem is captivating. Some evidence supporting this theory comes from historical and archaeological sources, suggesting the presence of unexplored tunnels and chambers beneath the Temple Mount. In 1981, a group of Jewish extremists claimed they found a tunnel leading to the chamber holding the Ark and attempted to blow up the Dome of the Rock, a Muslim shrine on the Temple Mount. Riots erupted in 1996 when Israel opened an ancient tunnel along the Western Wall, raising concerns about accessing the Ark or undermining Muslim structures. A 2007 documentary, The Exodus Decoded, further fueled the theory, proposing evidence of a secret passageway under the Temple Mount leading to the Ark. However, this theory encounters significant challenges and criticisms. Scholars argue that it lacks reliable historical or textual support, relying more on legends and speculations. Alternative theories about the Ark's fate also exist, questioning the significance of finding or revealing it today. Some warn that such attempts may trigger violence and conflict among Jews, Muslims, and Christians, with competing claims over Jerusalem. Another persistent theory suggests that the Ark of the Covenant resides in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Aksum, Ethiopia. According to the 14th century Ethiopian text, the Kebra Nagast, Menelik Ran, son of King Solomon, and Queen Sheba, secretly took the Ark from Jerusalem to Ethiopia. The text claims the Ark has been guarded in a chapel within the church since then, with no one allowed to see or verify its authenticity. Menelik's journey, described in the Kebra Nagast, tells of divine assistance in transporting the Ark, leaving a replica in the Jerusalem temple. The exploration of the Ark of the Covenant opens up a world of ancient mysteries. While the search for truth continues, it's fascinating to unravel the secrets hidden for thousands of years. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing discoveries. Thanks for watching.